It's a sad day in Gotham when a person can run up to a car, in this case a police car, and randomly shoot the people inside. Welcome to What the Z, where common sense rules. I may offend some of you. I may. Tough. I'm a common senseaholic. Get used to it. Two police officers were unaware of the danger that was headed their way while sitting in their squad car when someone ran up and opened fire on them, seriously wounding the two officers. I watched the video on this, and as far as I can tell, it appears to be a woman doing the shooting. Of course, with the way some guys dress nowadays, it could have been a man. The media and the Dems are fanning the flames of destruction against America and law enforcement. Are we now condoning this type of behavior? Our media seems to think it's okay to conduct oneself in such an illegal manner. I see very little coverage of this on the news and none condemning this type of behavior on mainstream media. Is LA out of control? Sadly, yes, it is. Just as Chicago, Portland, Seattle, Minneapolis, and many other Democrat-run areas are. There is little to no respect for law and order in these Democrat-run cities. And the media is inciting this on many levels. The media is not condemning these acts of unprovoked violent aggression. In fact, the media is portraying these criminals as victims. The media would rather stay focused on past events regarding President Trump as though they're current issues, when in fact these issues have been long since proven false and settled to virtually everyone's satisfaction. However, the media wants us to think that these are ongoing investigations, when they've already been sufficiently investigated and dropped. Savannah Guthrie is among the clowns running this circus. Now, there's plenty of coverage regarding a professor, Greg Patton's communications class. He was explaining the use of a filler word in Chinese, similar to and aha in English. The word is nigge. This outraged a few as a racial slur, when in fact it's not at all a racial slur, it's simply a Chinese word and part of the class training. Seriously, what's next, media? Walking my dog that's black on a leash, will that become a racial issue? See, I do not believe that a majority of blacks are offended by any of this. It's the media that wants to divide us with ridiculous stuff like this. And the Dems. Let's not leave anyone out. A former student says, my Chinese teacher taught us to use this filler word nege rather than It has nothing to do with race. She hopes that he's paid on his leave. He shouldn't even be placed on leave. He did nothing wrong. This is simply grasping at straws. It is a very sad day when law enforcement is totally abused and there's no respect shown to law officers. I mean, this is a case that should have made national news on many levels. This should have dwarfed the George Floyd situation. Okay, he is a career criminal. He did things that were wrong. He was resisting arrest. The coverage came out to prove this. Here were two officers just sitting in their squad car, and somebody comes up and just opens fire on them. And, I watched the video. To me, it looked as though she was going up to possibly ask them a question, and then out comes this gun and bam, 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 and she runs off. And I say she because it looks like a woman, but it could have been a man. We won't know till the perpetrator is caught. So to you violent, aggressive people, liberal Dems that support this type of action, this type of behavior, you've been trumped, and what the Z'd. Namaste.